Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous superstar Leo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of November 2021. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Massive moves are happening in the sky now. We have a super new moon, we have a lunar eclipse, and we have Venus entering shadow. So there's so much to talk about here. Well, let's start with the new moon that takes place on the 4th of the month. Now, that new moon is happening at the foundation of your chart, the bottom of your sky, having to do with home, having to do with family of origin, having to do with your living situation as well. Now, here's the thing. This new moon is standing across the sky from Uranus. So there is a quality here that is a surprise a minute, if not a shock a minute. It's as if developments happen very quickly, have you scrambling for a moment until you find balance. And there will be a sense of a karmic quality to what is taking place. That's what happens when outer planets are involved, like Uranus. And so whether it is buying, selling, moving, new roommate, well, the opportunity to do just that could come up very quickly right about now. You may have to respond very quickly in some way as your living situation might adjust. Now, it could also be aesthetic. And so there could be changes having to do with home that may not necessarily mean being somewhere else, but have you, again, scrambling to address a matter very quickly. This part of the chart having to do with your family of origin, it's like getting called home very quickly in some way. Now, regardless, remember, yes, this energy is of surprise, but very quickly you could make your way to delight. Possible here as well is that as you figure out and find needing to adjust living situation, it doesn't mean that it's a permanent shift. And so it could be that you thought you were going to be staying somewhere, you thought you were going to be moving somewhere, and then, okay, you got to wait a little bit. It could be that you thought repairs or renovations would be done, and then it has to be revisited. So these are the types of scenarios that can happen now. But regardless, again, it doesn't mean that it has to be something that you need to be either worried about or stressed about or sad about. In fact, this could be very celebratory. It could go either way. It is an energy of extreme. Whatever happens, you will find your balance. You will flow with it. You will roll with it. And you will find a way to realize that you are at home right where you are or wherever you go. As we navigate late into the month, on the 19th is when we are going to have this month's not only full moon, but this is the beginning of eclipse season that's going to take us into next month as well. This is a lunar eclipse taking place at the very top of your sky, having to do with career, social standing, life purpose, having to do with your understanding of a higher, more loving vision for your life. Now, this is an eclipse, which means things could change very quickly. They could move very quickly, but ultimately are leading you towards greater success. This lunar eclipse is going to be speaking in supreme harmony with Pluto. I love this energy. If ever there was a power move, you are going to be making it. Whether it is a whole new career path, whether it is a promotion, whether it is some new opportunity that finds you, or the close of a particular chapter in your career. Also possible with the lunar eclipse. It looks like you are feeling strong as a result. You are feeling encouraged by what's changing, and you're truly excited about the possibilities for success ahead. Now, I don't say this lightly. There could be some surprise recognition or reward that finds you now. It'll be based on what you have achieved. So it's like a career-related award or acknowledgement or recognition. But it feels very welcome. And this may also be one of those moments where you find your pathward, onward, and upward adjusting. You moving into greater alignment with a sense of purpose. That may be part of what makes this time that much more rewarding. Now, I also want to mention, and where it comes to matters of love, the very big news is that on the 17th of the month, Venus is going into shadow. It is going to be on the 5th of the month that Venus will enter a brand new sign, the sign of Capricorn, and is going to be here for an unusually long time, because once she enters shadow mid-month, it is going to be on the 19th of December that Venus will go retrograde. And then moving forward, is going to stay in this part of the sky for a nice long time, right into March of 2022. What I want you to keep in mind is that there is going to be a Venus retrograde special horoscope. So be on the lookout for that. But this is Venus retrograde in a part of the sky that has to do with your daily life. Bringing love to your daily life is going to be part of this. Yes, romantic love is a part of this, but also demonstrating love for self is going to be part of the larger journey. At least for now, things may look subtle at first before they get more intense once we navigate into December. Pay attention to whatever's happening in your life, whether it's self-love related, whether it's romantic love related, right around the 17th. You may understand it very differently once you navigate to the end of January and beginning of February. You'll get another look at what takes place mid-month now. But for this month, and in the context of love, I actually want to focus in on what is happening right around the 10th of the month. I would give this a couple of days on either side, because what is taking place is that Mercury and Mars will meet in the sky, and both planets are going to reach out to Saturn in your opposite sign with precision. I want you to take note of the fact that Jupiter is still in your opposite sign, is going to leave next month. So this is the time you want to make the most of that Jupiterian energy. But I actually think that these squares of Mars and Mercury to Saturn in your opposite sign may end up being very helpful, because this is about you realizing something of your past in love and where you are today, and realizing how it is that your partnerships and patterns there either have continued or are now evolving in brand new directions. This is going to be a moment of you looking back, looking at where you've been, but all part of adjusting to make sure that you head in a direction you want, especially in the context of love. Thankfully, with Jupiter in your opposite sign, there'll be a lot of hope and a lot of possibility. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, remember the energy here right around the 10th is ultimately very healing. It's encouraging you to look back to see what worked and what didn't, and to be honest with yourself about all of it, even when it's hard. There may be some contact with or some news with someone that you were connected to before that sort of kicks off some of this more personal exploration and realization. But this is a necessary part of the healing journey. Your honesty now will ultimately help Jupiter to become that much stronger in your opposite sign, to start to bring forward the blessings as you move forward through this month and into next. For those of you just starting to date somebody, well, look, that moment right around the 10th is you getting honest about your past patterns. It may be you looking at your past in some way and realizing what worked and what didn't, or looking at their past in some way, and that coloring what you understand about the potential going forward from here. Now, regardless of what happens, yes, there is going to be a turning point moment, but ultimately Jupiter is in your opposite sign, which means you have faith that love is available to you, whether that's with this person or someone new. And for those of you in an established bond, well, if it is that you live with this person or want to live with this person, that's where the tension ends up being strongest, right around the 10th. So I do want you to be a little bit mindful of that. But for all that, ultimately Jupiter is in your opposite sign. Now, Jupiter can be a principle that can bring in a lot, but it can also represent faith enough to make a change. And whether that's making a change with this person or in a different direction is going to be part of your unique journey. But it does look like the 10th represents a moment of truth that you need to decide whether it is that this person that you love is the one for you, is the one that you're committed to. Most of you are going to say yes. But for the very small percentage of you out there that know you're not in the right relationship for you, that is going to become abundantly clear right around the 10th, along with a desire, a motivation, and a plan to move forward. What I love about this month for you, well, there's so much here. What a powerful time. I love that full moon lunar eclipse taking place on the 19th is happening at the very top of your sky. It is a time of success. It is a time of career. It is a time of moving onward and upward and being open to a higher, more loving vision for your life. In some cases, it may be greater than anything you previously imagined for yourself. It may be a brand new pathway that shows up. Whatever it is, trust it, because it is part of your unique journey towards greater love and greater wisdom as well. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this every single week for every single sign for as low as just $3 a month. With Choose Your Membership rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. As a superstar, you'll get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week. And higher tiers get you things like access to special horoscopes, class passes for future Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Link is in the description below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.